Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome to Keeper's Toll. It's an ARPG, Bullet Heaven, or at least Bullet Heaven inspired by ARPGs that I played, I think it was a year ago. I don't know, my sense of time is gone. It's one of those that I haven't seen a whole lot of people talking about, but I saw a comment from somebody talking about how this is actually like one of their favorites, even compared to, say, Death Must Die. And I was like, oh yeah, I should play this again, especially because I really don't have much to do for the next 2 weeks. So let's give it a shot. They added a Necromancer recently. Duke of the Undead, Master Summoner, and Seeker of the Dark Arts. Summoner, AoE, mid-defense, slow speed. Auto attack, physics, flail based attack. Alright, and which... I'm probably going to start on the Linden Forest, because I'm assuming this is going to be harder. And so probably better that I stick basic and go from there. Okay, so what's this character? You've returned. I knew you'd make it through the first trial, but I see you desire something more challenging. This fire is no ordinary flame. It's a gateway to the world where shadows are darker, beasts are fierce. Okay. So this will make the game harder. Kindle the fire? I'm gonna say no. This has like a massive meta progression system. What does this guy say? Not ready for what I have to offer. Come back later. Fair enough. So it looks like we summon boners. Left shift to evade, R to heal. Okay, I mostly remember how to play. Mostly. Okay, command a wave of exploding skeletons, rain down an AoE of exploding skulls? Wave of exploding skeletons. I don't know which of these is going to be better. And go from there. Okay, so Alacrity, attack speed of skeletons, transfer speed from the Necromancer to skeletons. Skeletons have a chance to proc poison. Actually, I like all of these. Let's just go for the regular attack speed. I don't really want to tank down my attack speed or my movement speed too much. We also have these, like, corpse piles that we can pick up. I think those give us healing. Summon exploding corpse per rank when collecting a flesh pile. That's good. Colossal fish smash your enemies. Or golem. Taunts and summons. Yeah, we want things that are persistent. Look, I've been chasing the dream of... Oh, am I on the wrong side? I'm on the wrong side. I've been chasing the dream of the Diablo 2 skeleton horde pretty much my entire career. There have been... Oh, do I have to stand here to summon my golem? Okay. Okay, rip your soul to boost your flail's damage, reduce total HP, more damage to skeleton attacks. The question is, does this guy count as skeletons? I certainly hope so. Are these friend? They are not friend. Sorry, they look spooky. FG to lure into enemies and explode. Increased base damage, wave of skeletons. Plus 10 skeletons, I'll take that. Let's try and evolve what I already have, maybe. And go from there. So, is there a map or anything for me to look through? Okay, base damage, some extra movement speed. I'll go for the movement speed. That's going to be helpful long term. It's interesting that the wave of exploding skeletons... Let's see. It seems to originate mostly from the bottom of the screen. I wonder if I can actually use that. I can. Okay. Proc Poison, Colossal Fist, or boost the Golem. I'm gonna boost the golem. I do want to give my skeletons poison. I'd like more skeletons. Currently only have one. That's insufficient for my potential purposes. Now, if I remember right, there are magnets in this. It's been a while. Oh, that's how many skeletons I can have. So there's got to be some way of increasing. Oh, since a cursed presence, we have a money snail that is seriously pieced out. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to catch up to that, but at least we have like a goal to head for. Now I'll have to see if there's a way that I can boost the quantity of skeletons I'm rolling with. Yeah, it's interesting going back and playing some of these. Ooh, int and experience gain. Tempting. Gold or damages skeleton attacks. What is int used for? Sure. Okay, we have a chest here. If I can pick it up? Okay, I have to hit it. So, downside mostly boils down to my character is not particularly good at fighting things. Spawn an extra wave, reduce all ability cooldowns. No, let's just spawn an extra wave. There's the magnet. Okay. So I was correct, it's a thing that I can do. Grab those. Okay, so it's this, presumably. Accept curse? Yes. What's it do? I don't know. I am cursed volatile. Attack speed of skeletons. Damage of skeleton attacks. Gold picked up. Remember, gold is useful. I think there's merchants you can purchase things from. But I haven't found any yet, so I don't know. Okay, got a fair chunk of them there. Spawn another wave. I think I'm just going to keep buffing Big Boy. Because he seems to be pretty effective at just wiping things out for me. Heal when leveling up, that's kind of nice. Exploding corpse per rank. I don't think there's... Oh, there is a limit to how many it can hold. But I can hold quite a lot of them. We might as well start grabbing these. Because I think I can summon a decent chunk of them. Or not. Hard to say exactly. Oh, maybe it's on a cooldown. Yeah, it's probably this one. Okay, spectral energy hums in the air. And I did heal. Oh, right, I heal every time I pick up one of those things. Okay. I'm just going to keep boosting my exploding wave of things. Yeah, they seem to just kind of originate out of... It's not corpses. I don't know. They come from somewhere. So what is this one? Ooh. Donate to the shrine. Acquire an ability from another survivor. So you can get Flying Kick, Pyrokinetic Barrage, strike foes next attack, inflict bonus damage, Quick Shot, or Frontal AoE Stun Attack. So I have 591. I can buy one thing. I'm going to reroll, see if I can do better. Deadly attack firing a barrage of arrows in all directions. I'm just going to snag that. I don't know how fast it fires. Okay, and Lord Cervantes has invaded our world. Oh right, I forgot, I can dodge. That is a thing that I can do. I'm kind of in a weird position where I am ambivalent to a lot of things because I have that taunt minion for me. Invader defeated. Well, that was nice and easy. Defense, total damage. Total damage is tempting, but I think I'm going to keep going for the experience gain. Okay, reward obtained, Ring of Domination. I'm assuming it's something I've unlocked, maybe? Okay, we have the Traveling Merchant, which unfortunately works slightly against me. Summon a soldier? Summon a soldier. Oh, so it's just like a temp dude. Yeah, so let's take a look at the merchant. Unfortunately, I think I don't have enough money for much. Adds a reroll. Boost defense, reduce speed. Toss cluster bombs, pull in nearby gold. Yeah. Unfortunately, a couple of these probably would have been worth getting. I don't know if the gold magnet is a temp thing, though. Because we want these, so I need to get up to 500. Luckily, neither of these are good. I mean, maybe the pet rock's decent, but I'm kind of ambivalent to what the merchant is offering this time around, which is good. I would hate to find out it was something I wanted. Because it wouldn't be the first time that's happened in one of these. maybe the gold magnet is more useful than I think it is. I don't know. I think it's fine. Let's just keep getting my insight up. The faster I level, the better. Let's run around breaking some boxes. Beating up stumped. Take that, Ash. Okay, and we're getting a decent chunk of gold, I think. It's interesting playing Bullet Heavens. Let's see, what do we want to do? Hey, summon another soldier. I do want the skeleton attack speed, but... Oh, no, is that another spear soldier? Okay, that's fine, we still like them. I just want to summon a regular skeleton, and shockingly, we seem to be limited to one. Which is downer, because I really want to summon a whole mess of them. Oh, well. Anyway, what I was going to say is, I think this is the most traditional Bullet Heaven I've played in a while that I actually liked. One thing I feel like the genre suffers from heavily is... Who's the Pumpkin Man? Okay, we need to go investigate the Pumpkin Man, and then we can go check out that rune thing, probably. But, like, there's a lot of Bullet Heavens out there that very much are all just like, hey, what if we just did Vampire Survivors again? And in almost every circumstance, I am unbelievably bored when I go back and play them. Like, Vampire Survivors succeeds because it's Vampire Survivors. It's massive. Ooh, reduce that cooldown. It's really tempting. Yeah, let's grab that. Because that's a 3-second cooldown reduction. I think the big one is we have the points of interest on the map that I adore. Let's keep grabbing those. I want it so that I can summon just endless explodey dudes when I touch meat. You heard me. But yeah, the big one is the random points of interest. That's always something that I'm like seriously obsessed. I don't know if obsessed with is the right way of doing it, but just fighting a horde of enemies is fun, but it doesn't... It gets boring, especially when, like, every game has that, and so you need something interesting to do as part of, you know, this kind of experience. Accept the challenge? Sure. What could go wrong? Seems like it just summoned a bunch of mid-bosses on me, which I'm fine with, actually. Okay, let's grab this one. Just wanted to get the money thing, because I think this makes it so we get extra cash with every enemy that arrives. Yeah, let's boost the golem. I don't know what happens when you max them out. I swear there is some level of evolution that you can do. Ooh, that was 3 meat chunks. Okay, now how long am I here for? Probably until I've killed this guy? Okay, attack speed of skeletons. Transfer... Yeah, let's keep going for that. Unfortunately, we're still hard locked to a single skeleton. Okay, so we have Shadow Essence Vial has been unlocked. I'm assuming. Oh, there's the magnet. Good. We need that. We're getting a little overwhelmed. Fleeting Quiver. So I could boost that, which is nice. I don't terribly care, but it's still good. Chance to proc poison. Transfer speed to skeletons. The problem is I only have 1 skeleton. Like, if we had some means of getting more skeletons, I think I'd be more keen on it. But, like, strangely, we have been kind of low on skeleton quantity, and I don't know why. Ooh, soul range is kind of nice. Okay, let's see how my golem handles their golem. Avoid those. I think part of it is I'm always endeared to games that have Minion Mastery as like a build option. Surprisingly, very few Bullet Heavens let you do that, which I kind of didn't expect. Let's see. Golem Smash has a chance to spawn lightning on nearby foes. Sick. Go for that. Okay, we want to pick up as many of these meat piles as we can. Oh, we don't heal from them. Okay. I was under the assumption we did, but it might be one of those. Oh, I see. That's for the dash. I think that might be a meta progression option that I haven't gotten yet. Bonecaster? Yeah. Let's see, I've still got that. I don't know what the green means. Oh, do I just have... I'm just stanked up, man. I wonder if the random... Oh, there's the Mimic. I love that design for a Mimic. I mean, I know it's like super Dark Souls, go figure, but there's something about it that just feels good to me. Is it dead dude? Dead dude doesn't seem to be anything, though. Let's see. But yeah, any bullet heaven that lets you like go deep on minion mastery as like a build option is very much something I'm interested in. Keep going for soul range. I know we're getting the magnets, so maybe it's not that helpful. Are these shadow men mine? They must be. I got... Yeah, they're punching the flies. Where did I get them from? Who are these guys? That's what I get for not fully paying attention to what's going on, but hey. Okay, movement speed. Colossal Fist to pummel your enemies. Slow enemies for a brief duration. A chance to proc poison. The main question is, how does that one trigger? I do not know. And yeah, that extra pickup range is good. I know magnets will generally show up and give me what I need to pick things up, but even then, I don't want to be overly reliant on it. Is there anything? No, it doesn't look like it. Something about the way those worms animate that I find distinctly unsettling. I love it. Because undulating in just the right degree to be like, ugh. Alright. Unfortunately, the mid-bosses don't actually give anything terribly exciting. They're just there. Let's see, Vital Surge. Let's go for base damage. The healing 5% every level up is, like, kind of nice. There's benefits to that. Okay, no idea. Oh, I see. We just got the spicy going on. I haven't been much of a person for spicy food growing up, which is interesting because I have like a fairly good tolerance for spice most of the time. But yeah, I think it just never appealed to me because I always found that spice directly competed with flavor. Oh, there it is. Raise the dead. Summon skeletons, do your bidding. Skeletons +1, 2 out of 5. So now we can get 2 boners. Don't question the logistics of it. Okay, boss is up there, but I'm mostly just going to kind of give him a wide berth. I'm not the one who fights the boss. That's my minions. We're going elsewhere. Peace out. I forget what this does. Space. Oh. So, we can just get another ability. I mean... It won't let me get it. Interesting. It might have something to do with the experience count. That's fine, honestly. It's just another thing to clog my... level ups anyway, so I don't care deeply about it. That's the attack speed of skeletons. Sure. There's a chest. Never mind, it's a mimic. Let's see. Unfortunately, it's one of those where, like, I want to come out, talk about a couple of topics, but I'm lightly distracted by everything going on, and so it's making it a little trickier. That's okay. Let's see. Just level up Fleeting Quiver. Cooldown reduction is kind of tempting, but a lot of my abilities straight up are just like, the skeleton. Let's see. And they don't have a cooldown. So unless it like boosts how fast they attack, I kind of don't care deeply. An Idol of Banishment. I wonder how many of these are actually going into my inventory or they're being unlocked for future runs. Okay, talking about spicy food. I don't know, just never was really in a good position to enjoy spice. And I think part of it is because a lot of the places where I was experiencing spice, really saw spice for spice's sake. They weren't actually thinking about how to integrate it well into a meal. It's kind of like how a lot of, well, I mean, this is a serious problem with like cheap food in America. More minions. Cheap food in America suffers from this dramatically where there's a lot of like additives and things to specifically make food have the appearance of quality. But in many circumstances, it's not. It's fake. It's just being jammed in there for the sake of it. Giant snail boss. You're a hard one to get at. Okay. HP's greater than 50% melee boost. If HP's... Spell damage boost. Ah, I see. I don't think I care deeply about it. Could banish something. You know what? I'll lose a little bit of run speed at this point. I actually have the skeletons to make it work. And I'm not really using them. But making my skeletons that much harder is probably good. Okay, Mollusk Vanquished. Got Ash and Dust Powder. Cool. I actually do really like that, ow. The Spearman charge. That actually turned out to be quite good. But I should keep with the Skelemen for the time being. And so, like, yeah, most of the things that I would get that was spicy in any way, shape, or form was kind of just bland, or the spice was just, like, too strong in such a way that it's like you don't get any of the sweet, savory, or other interesting... Oh, did that just make all of my moves big? If that's the case, I love it. Let's see. Damage bonus to skeleton attacks. Well, now that I have a bunch of skeletons. Oh. However, we should get this one, because speed transmission actually becomes less noticeable, or no, that's probably a stacking effect. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know, it just felt like spice was cheap and not very good. And then I've been slowly increasing the amount of spice intake that I have. But, like, better spice, like looking for good barbecue sauces, or my own spicing. Boost attack, but cast a random curse on you. Close range AoE knockback periodically. Boost defense by a little bit. Interesting. So these are relics that do interesting things. These are relics that give me stat bonuses. I'll buy that one. Let's reroll, see if we can get something better. Skeleton count from 5 to 10, but skeleton damage reduced. Power of Sun, inflicting high damage. Base HP by 20% is kind of tempting, but I'm grabbing the Tome of the Undying Legion. And the Glass Heart. Okay, cool. So now I have way more skeletons, supposedly. It said from 5 to 10, but I'm only seeing 4 of them. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm messing around with Cajun spicing more than anything else. That one of the local barbecue places has like their own spice brand that's actually good. And so, yeah, I've been trying their different spices and they have like a really good Cajun. So it's like, okay, yeah, I'll go with that. I'll start messing around with it. I think the real answer is just trying to stay away from, like, the bigger the brand is, the more likely they are to just like cheapen whatever the ingredients are, and not care about like the actual quality. Let's see, boost my skeleton damage, because yeah, we gotta offset the fact that we've reduced their damage by a chunk. I want to get it so that they do poison now, because that actually probably would be good. Let's see. Yeah, we're trying to grab money. I should probably invest more into gold gain here. because I think gold gain actually would be meaningful. But whatever, it's fine. Okay. Another spectral soldier? Yeah, I'll keep grabbing them. Because the more of them we have, the bigger the radius, the more of them that show up simultaneously. And that can be kind of good. Alright. And part of the reason why I'm messing around with spice, skeleton damage, probably skeleton damage, is like one of my primary dishes that I make is chili. And it feels like making chili without spice is just weird. And so I'm trying to figure out, like, the right mix and the right combinations to make it good. And I think I'm doing well on that one. Anyway, what else was I talking about? I'm on a rambles. The nice part about traditional bullet heavens, the, like, less stressful ones, is just, like, tons of enemies running at you, and you just kind of murk them. Oh, he slows you down. I see. So it's not that that does a ton of damage normally. Okay, raise the dead, skeletons, yarsh. Let go. I'm busy. Do not grab me. But yeah, most bullet heavens tend to be kind of good, just like hangout and banter games, and I like those. Like, a lot of games that I play tend to be very focused on whatever I'm up to. But I think I tend to prefer games that let me chill and kind of let my mind wander and my commentary do whatever the heck it wants. Like, we got something over here. Oh, it's Spore Lord Rotwood. He's a fun-looking lad. I don't think I'm gonna, like, actively fight him, admittedly. I think I'm just going to hang out in the back. I'm kiting him around and letting all of my dudes fight him for me. I wonder if oh, they are healing him. Not much, though. Oh, he got 2-punch. We're also very low on units. I need some more of these corpse piles. Yeah. I wonder if they all just ran out or if he wrecked them all. Oh. Oh. Oh gosh, I'm dying. It's just overall damage boost. Drink a potion. Cool. Well, we beat that guy. We've shattered a curse. I don't know if we have any curses to shatter, frankly. Snag that. Let's see. Get some movement speed. Okay, what do they have to say? We attempt fate and venture forth, braving the unknown for points of promise of greater rewards. I've already been going for half an hour. Sure, let's do it. Heavyweights. Curses survived. Oh, right. This is kind of the, like, endless mode afterwards, where it just gets progressively worse. Cool. Yeah, I'm just lightly thinking and mostly relaxing. I'm still trying to, like, formulate my words on this whole, like, wanting games that let me chill and sit back. And then I think I'm kind of well, I'm kind of contradicting myself here. +3 skeletons. Okay, curse death caps. So I think, yeah, the further we go, the more of these, like, random curses get stacked. And eventually I just get wrecked. I don't know if there's really a downside. I think it's mostly just a, like, do you want to have this harder mode that gives you a boost? At which point, why would you say no? But yeah, this actually has more things going on. I thought it was going to be a slightly chiller, you know, bullet heaven, but I think it's actually doing quite a good job. Let's see, more damage boost? Probably. It's doing quite a good job of, like, keeping me focused, more so than most. Which is good. You don't want a game to be, like, kind of bland and boring. This is something I've been struggling with, like, actually on the back end. I know this is, like, super first world problems, but you know how there's kind of like a, I'm just taking random damage from things. I think part of the problem is that I myself am not particularly strong, so if an enemy gets to me, there's literally nothing I can do about it. But yeah, there's kind of a prevailing Prevailing. I frequently hear the refrain that, like, gaming has become stale and boring now. And I don't actually think that's the case. I think there's tons of really good games coming out all the time. Ow. Guess we have to avoid the giant, you know, blood blasts, which I don't have a whole lot of healing potions to do it. Was that like 3 dudes? Oh, am I just getting hit by these? Cripes. Yeah, so it's the dudes with the blood orbs that are coming for me and blasting me, and I'm kind of taking it because I haven't built up the, like, the reaction to say, oh shoot, that's something I need to get away from, which is entirely my fault, but I also don't mind if I, like, start over at this point. You know, we've made a decent amount of progress, unlocked some things, and we've got a whole mess of meta progression that we have not done on this character, or managed to do. There we go. Cursed Frost Veil. Alright. Oh, no. Oh, have I been dying because I've been walking into those mushrooms? Maybe. Oh, it's okay. I really was not expecting to win. So, oh, skills. So attacks have a chance to critically strike an enemy. Oh, so we got that up to 10%. So what else do we have? So this is the overall meta progression that applies to everyone. Then we also have Tomes of Knowledge. Oh, that's how we unlock these. So we also have drop rate of power-ups. That's why I was getting so many. Damage against elites, damage when health is low, power-up duration greatly increased. That's pretty good. Base movement speed, hit points, defense, increased base HP when using healing flask while at full health. Upgraded abilities are more likely to appear. Stamina regen, begin a round with a random merchant or item. I'm gonna buy luck. Honestly, I think I'm gonna refund the crit. Good as that is. Oh, we also maxed this one out. Didn't notice that. Then we start going into crits, because upgraded abilities seems pretty good to me. Okay, so talents. Necromancer has a bunch of experience, so what do we have? So, reduce the decay rate of skeletons, increase the flail damage. Collecting a flesh pile heals the Necromancer. That was the thing I was thinking of. So, skeletons can collect souls. Oh boy. Inflict damage to nearby enemies. 3% of total enemy HP every 5 seconds. That's okay. I guess you could get that up to 15%, which is kind of good. Skeletons empower the Necromancer's flail. Ooh. I think I like this one, though. Having the skeletons grab experience for me is kind of nice. Okay, right. Instilling may have... these. This is one of the other characters, which I think I did like. Yeah, crits have a chance of healing. That's why I'd put a bunch of points into crit. Because the Blood Maiden is like actually awesome. Oh, can I buy one of these other... Yeah, I could. Sure, I'll pick that up. Do we want to do another Skeleron? We could also try one of the other characters I haven't tried at all, which is many, frankly. I did like Boner Man, though. He was fun. Let's do Blood Maiden. High AoE, mid defense, mid speed. In that case, though, would I want to do knowledge? Refund this? Yeah. Let's go back to crit, just to give myself that extra, like, crit healing. So let's do Blood Maiden. Let's go here. This is a new level. Uzvit Castle. Shining light from the days of old, demonic presence often seen, often heard, never seen. Ushers waves of fear throughout the walls of the castle. Okay. What do they want? I see you have returned. I warned you the curse cannot be easily broken. You must defeat the Devourers of Souls if you wish to learn more. Should you succeed, I shall await you at the summoning altar. And we're not ready for it. Okay, so this character has some abilities. I mean, we've got a big spinning glaive, and we've got... Okay, pull blade. Tears through enemies with ease. And then we also have active... Oh, swarm, active blood. Unleash a swarm of blood flies, inflict bleed, and a chance to stun. Cool. Blood-based attacks rain down hardened shards of plasma inflicting damage on enemies hit, so that's kind of good. I think I kind of want to go for Bloodstorm, though. And go for, like, a really hard bleed build, because I think the bleed slows things down, too. Hardens your blood, boosting your damage or defense when enemies die. Up to 100%. Okay. Up to 100% base defense. Yeah, that seems quite good. Now, is this your classic library level? It's just all horizontal? Okay. One of the previous levels is like, let's see. Go for this one. Lifespan up, stun chance up. Cool. One of the previous levels is more maze-like. Oh, this has a staircase. Maybe I can go down. Okay, we can. And there's a map. Pages or Pete. Okay, so there is some exploration here. I think it's fully procedurally generated. I don't think there's actual level design, which is good and bad. I sincerely want to play some of these games that actually have, like, level design. And oddly enough, I know Death Must Die is going for that direction. Let's see. I might as well just push Coagulate. The problem is it doesn't raise the maximum of it, it just raises how fast it scales. Which I don't know how valuable that is. I would like to get some more bleeding related abilities, but eh. Oh, and the flies actually, like, fly around and hit a multitude of enemies. It's a summon, kind of. Good to know. Let's see. Active Blood, Rot. Rotten shrooms emit a gas that enhance the potency of bleed effects, which is good. We should probably grab it. I don't know if it bleeds on its own. I think all of my abilities bleed, at least a little bit. It is interesting to have this kind of, like, you know, very Greek-looking warrior character, and their entire shtick is, like, bleed and bleed and rot and things. Something about that amuses me. It's not a thing that I usually pair together, I guess is what I would say. Spawn chance. Oh, so it's those crystals. Accept curse? Yes. I am now cursed. Frost Veil. Which I think, yeah, periodically puts me in a kind of tricky position. Yeah. So what's happening is... Ow. When I become blue like this, I slide. But it's not 100% uptime, which is actually almost more frustrating. Because it means I don't, like, master the movement, and it catches me off guard. Blood Spiral. Strike foes, and the next attack will inflict bonus damage based on the number of enemies hit. Sure. Okay, Gravita Magnet. And unfortunately, these guys are kind of tough. Full Blade attacks deal bonus damage for each bleeding enemy nearby. I'm gonna go for the cooldown reduction. I want to just be able to fire off a lot of these. Unfortunately, this character is supposed to have healing based on crit. But... yeah, crit chance is 25%. But it might be based on how much damage the crit does, at which point, okay, maybe it's not as good as I'd like it to be. Okay, we have a gold magnet. I also have something else. Blood Spiral? Probably. Here's another page. I don't know what the pages are for. I'd like to find all of them. Hopefully if they at least carry over. So this is the one that lets me buy an ability from one of the other characters. I don't really care, actually, about most of these, so I think I'm not. The main problem with them is just that it gets added to my pool, and I don't really want or need. More abilities in my pool. And I don't know how many of them even synergize with like my current bleed setup. It feels like a cool passive effect based on another character. Obviously, I'd have to play around with this to like really know. Okay. Bonus damage for each bleeding enemy. Pole blade attacks can proc. I'm just gonna reroll. It's fine. Yeah, we want to save up as much money as we can so we can actually buy things from the merchant. That's the other reason why I don't want to buy anything from the shop. Or not the shop, that shrine. Let's see. Soul range, rotten shroom, more shrooms? More shrooms. That's another thing I wasn't really into when I was younger. I was not keen on mushrooms. I think probably because, I don't know, maybe my mother didn't make mushrooms particularly well. But, shell, ooh, blood becomes corrupted, granting you power at a cost. Take 1 damage every 3 seconds, crit chance plus 5%. Ooh. Okay, let's go for corruption. It might be bad, but 1 damage every 3 seconds isn't terrible, and that crit chance and the cooldown reduction should stack up and almost pay for itself with the extra healing. Unless the extra healing isn't active and this is going to kill me. At which point, oh well. Y'all have to look at how this character specifically handles... Yeah, because we are taking some damage here. And we're not healing, so yeah, maybe the meta progression isn't as active as I thought, or maybe the proc chance on that heal is not nearly as good as I thought it would be. We do have potions that I can use, just don't wanna. Okay, so what do we have? Every 300 kills boost weapon damage, it's pretty good. Boost attack, makes the wearer immune to roots. Take less damage from spike traps. I mean, that's kind of good. Let's grab Skull Earring at the very least. And I think I'm going to go for the Chainmail Armor. Give me some more defense. Hopefully offset some of this. Okay, go for Swarm. Yeah, I don't know, because it looked like I was supposed to be learning or gaining like a... Ow. Do I want movement? Some of these are kind of good. I mean, I guess I'll grab Vital Surge. The problem is 5% isn't amazing, but it's better than nothing. But yeah, I thought this character would have good, like, lifesteal that I could utilize. And it looks like that's not the case, so, oh well. I'll look at the meta progression between runs and figure out, like, what went wrong. Either that or I'm just wildly overestimating how much it's supposed to proc. It seems like these pages are common whenever you find a staircase, so I guess what I should do is just hang out along the southern section of each level and just try and find as many staircases as I possibly can. Yeah, do I want to just snag as many abilities as I can? I think so, because a lot of the upgrades are impactful, but it's like 25% more damage. I don't know if that's like particularly amazing or not. I did see 2 health pop up there, so we do heal some. Maybe it's just one of those that might bleed abilities. aren't triggering it, whereas my regular polearm ones are. Maybe. Okay, and we've got plenty of knockback at the moment, which is good. Yeah, I'm seeing that damage fly in. Ow. Yeah, what I'm not seeing is my damage stack up. Holy smokes, there's a lot of enemies. At least there's a lot of experience flying, or collecting outside of the level. Ow. Okay. Well corrupted, gains resistance to physical damage. Guess I'm gonna snag that. And unfortunately, these guys are kind of just haunting the level. Okay, Flurry, Blood Pact. Blood Quake? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put a level into everything. I don't remember if this gets like a cool bonus if you max an ability out. I think that's the one thing I'm missing so far, is I haven't seen anything that seems even remotely close to evolution adjacent. And I think I'd argue that that's probably the thing it needs most. Oh, that's a convenient power-up. Extremely useful. Please die, sir. There we go. Challenge completed, we get a pet rock. Oh, so do we just have the pet rock? Maybe. Can I check my, like, inventory? Oh yeah, we do. Purpose is unknown. Oh, so for completing these, we actually just get, like, the permanent little passives. I like that. I kind of wish there was more of a choice-based system to it, and the pet rock feels dubious, but I think there is a benefit for it all the same. Let's see. I really wish I could tell how far along I am on this one. I don't know. Let's just get my cooldowns down. Okay. We have Solus, the extremely cool greatsword. I don't know, something about like just wait, is it killing the enemies for me? Dark power courses through steel. Okay, so we actually want to haunt this guy because he is killing my enemies for me, but not giving me anything for it, which I'm assuming makes him tougher. Or he's just summoning these extra swords. Either way, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to hang out in front of him. Because I'm actually pretty good at killing regular enemies here, and so if I can just be in front of him hitting... Oh, okay. The swords he summons are actually a nightmare. Ow, that hurt. Okay, so hanging out in front of him maybe isn't the best. Because, yeah, I do get pinned in a bad way. Ow. This is actually like a really brutal boss fight for me to have to contend with. Because I scale based off of how many enemies are in the area for me to bleed. Yeah, I've completely burnt all of my potions. Ooh, this is actually a hard level. Let's see. Scarlet Blades? Scarlet Blades. There's a little bit of healing, which we need. Yeah, the problem is I have to chase him down, but he keeps summoning these swords that get in my way and actually hit me. Like a fair bit, too. I'll kind of have a chance to recover if I manage to get past this part. There we go. Okay. Reducing those cooldowns? Yeah. Health flask upgraded. Oh, is that permanent? It might be. Unfortunately, We're out of shards. Okay. Barrage of swift slicing uppercuts in multiple directions. Summon shadowy silhouettes. Ooh. That's fun. No note, though. And yeah, I've burnt all of my heals. The last character was convenient because I just had things to tank for me. This time I do not. Yeah, there's no map or anything like that. Damage inflicted, DPS, and... Because yeah, a tracker to tell me where those pages are would be nice. Okay. Grab both of these. Gotta route up. No paper, though. Not enough enemies, either. Yet. Okay. Yeah, I think I'd maybe pass on the self-harm ability, at least until we've unlocked more meta progression to give this character the healing they need to be able to sustain the combo I'm going for. And that's fine. I mean, not every build has to work. The fact that I've even gotten this far with, you know, a slow degeneration of my health is usually a good sign. Probably. Okay. Go from there. Oh, right. I was talking about games being boring. I don't know. I hear the refrain frequently from, like, other creators, especially ones who are kind of in my age bracket that have been around for a while. And admittedly, a lot of these are people that, like, started their channels with, like, prop hunt, Gary's Mod stuff. And their, like, pool of games has severely limited itself over the years. Bloodflies can spawn where an enemy dies and attack nearby targets. Sure. Got an Idol of Banishment, which is good. We kind of need those. But for a while, I think I always kind of was like, you know, there's no way that I would agree with that. But I think the thing I'm running into at this point is not to say that the games themselves are becoming extremely stale, but we have so many games coming out on Steam at this point that I'm actually starting to become numb to them. And that is something I didn't really expect as like a content creator. God, I still hate calling it content creator. Let's see. Rain Blood. I'm just going to grab as many of these as I possibly can. I think so much of it just boils down to Steam not having proper curation has very much opened the doors for like anyone to put a game on Steam. And that in and of itself kind of creates the problem. Wow. Okay. This had a lot. Let's go for Vital Surge. Not that I've been leveling particularly quickly here. But considering, man, dying slow seems reasonable. Grab the Magnet. Okay, which of these do I want? Shades travel twice as far. Knockback Force. I think I'll go with that one. Having the Shades travel further is probably good. I'll go for the Polearm Knockback. I think the trick I'm going for is just, hey, but what if I had every ability? Go wide rather than tall and see if that gets me somewhere. Ow. It's those abilities, the ones that, like, kind of spawn on the ground, that are a little hard to dodge. Damn it. I'm also pretty slow, which is not helping me. Yeah, I want to find that last page if I can. Yeah, it's this guy summoning those, but difficult to stay away from. Ow. Yeah, the homing shots are not helping either. I guess what I could do is probably focus fire this guy. Okay, we've killed him. Now there's just the dude with the homing shots that is a problem. And they're done. But so, this is especially true within kind of the bullet heaven genre, that there have been so many bullet heavens coming out all the time that I'm starting to become really numb to them. In what I would consider to be like a really bad way, just because... let's see, defense for every enemy. No, let's just go for the blood shard. Just because they're kind of the bread and butter, but it's also like, it's a genre I really love. And I guess I would put it in the same like general category as like Slay the Spire and roguelite deck builders, that I loved Slay the Spire. I put like 200 episodes into it and I was like, yeah, this game's incredible, one of the best ever made. And then like 100 developers took it upon themselves to remake Slay the Spire a bunch of times, and that always baffled me a little. Okay, reduced ability cooldowns. I think I'm going to keep pushing that one. We're very much on the cusp of getting wrecked. Okay, so are any of these good? That... Huh. Health drops below 0. Recover 20% HP. Become cursed until the revive effect wears off. Interesting. Boosting. Int. Ah, shoot. What else do we have? Larger quantities of golden boost luck by 5%. Crits have a chance to burst lightning. Yeah. This is tempting, but I think we need to buy that. And we get the rabbit's foot. Alright. So if I can somehow scrounge up 100 gold, we're going to be in an incredible spot. Why am I so slow? Is it this guy? He probably is the one slowing me down. Oh, well, there's the 200 gold that we needed. Go for the blood flies. Grab this. Well, let's go find this necromancer dude man. Grab everything. So this is kind of working. We're still very much in deep trouble as to the fact that I'm not healing nearly as much as I need to, but hey, it's fine. Anyway, what was I going to say? Bullet Heaven, Slay the Spire, things starting to get a little stale. I think it's just kind of the inevitability of like, hey, what if 1,000 games come out every single day? What do you, like, how does society and Steam even handle that? Steam doesn't care because it just relies heavily on algorithms to just kind of offset. And so, like, if something just doesn't perform great, it's fine. Steam doesn't really mind. Yeah, Swarm. Like, it's no skin off of Steam's back if a game fails completely. But the thing I'm running into with it is, I mean, beyond just the fact that I get excited for new games, but it's harder to get excited for an endless amount of derivative games. Like, not even the, like, oh, slight changes thing. Like, this is derivative of Slay the Spire. There's no questioning that. However, it's derivative in a way that, for me, feels good. Because it's like, oh, it's Slay the Spire, but different. Different characters, different formats, different, like, way it handles the build crafting and some other stuff. And so it's kind of easy to just be like, well, yeah, you know, the similarities are there. You know, I'm not going to hand wave that away. But it's different enough that I can keep having fun with it. But for every, you know, Keeper's Toll, it's like, yeah, I mean, it's very Slay the Spire, but in a unique way. There's like 10 more that I'm just like, no. Oh, we got a coffin here. This might be a new character, actually. Or it's a boss. Or a mid-boss thing. Either way, we're trying to find anything that gives me... Shadow Stars with... Okay, so this is kind of like a mid-bossy character. I want to kill that homing mage. They're a jerk. And I want to kill the person in the coffin if I can pull it off. I still want to say they look like they're probably a boss. Or not a boss, a unlockable character. But maybe I'm wrong on that one. At the very least, they'll give us something... like, maybe unlock something new if we kill him. Which is exactly what I'd hope for. Okay. Mostly just have to play keep away with them, and then avoid the homing dudes, because the homing dudes are mean. Spawn chance on the blight flies. Sure. The more blight flies I have, kind of the better. Oh, not more of you guys. At least my quantity of crits are going up, which is giving me a ton of heals. So I think the answer is just, the reason why my healing wasn't triggering enough earlier was just because I just wasn't critting enough. It's good to know. Okay. So yeah, just having a slew of different abilities simultaneously kind of does the crit. Kind of does the trick. Kind of. It's just enough to keep with the slow degradation of my health. The problem is, getting hit by an enemy hurts. Okay, we get the Bloodwing Charm. That's the blueprint. So that's just a potential new item we can unlock. Okay, at least Lorad, the Gatekeeper, mostly just charges at me. He's not actually particularly threatening. Yet. I guess he would be more of an issue if I wasn't kind of rolling everything else. Oh, he locked off the staircases, so I can't go up and down. Good to know. Okay, we're kind of doing fine. Better than expected, at the very least. I'm gonna stank this man. I'm gonna stank him up. Look, when life gives you a stinky cloud power, you're gonna use it. Let's see. Another blood shower? Sure. I don't think I really need the speed. Though, I mean, I guess it would be good against the homing shots. With that other character. Yep. Okay. What do we want to grab? Blood flies can spawn anywhere an enemy dies. Spawns 2 if an enemy is an elite. Sure. Okay. What do we want to grab next? More shadowy silhouettes. Yeah, for a character that is ostensibly melee, we have a lot of ranged moves. Okay, awaken the beast. Return the orb to the altar. Oh, was that it? I guess we've beat the run. I was assuming there was more, but I guess it was not. That's fine. Okay, so we get another skill book. Where do you have the crit chance? Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the drop rate of power-ups, just because that's helpful. And if we look at talents... Oh, crits have a small chance to heal the mate. So that's our issue. That's why I wasn't triggering much. Still good. Stand within a summoning circle, gain a potent blessing. So I give some regen. Let's see. Dodge can inflict bleed on enemies hit. Bleed inflicts additional damage and slow per rank. I think we want to go for that one. So chain of attacks or heavy damage on enemies consumes all nearby souls. I think I definitely want to just max these out. Keep going from there. Yeah, this is fun. I mean, very much your standard Bullet Heaven experience, but with a couple of nice twists, some interesting characters, great music, and good pixel art. I think the thing it suffers from is all the enemies are effectively just the same, you know, different sizes and shapes, but only the elite enemies make for an interesting experience. As they approach you in different directions, have actually unique abilities you have to worry about. However, weirdly enough, this kind of works because there are so many elite enemies that are coming after you. You're constantly having to concern yourself with what their patterns are. And so it avoids that issue of feeling too samey because, yeah, you can't just sit on your laurels and just chew through the horde. Like in some other Bullet Heavens, you actually really do have to consider what's going on. And that feels good. I don't know. I think it's one of those interesting Bullet Heavens that never quite stood out from the pack. I think the thing that would have really made this work, it was talking about ARPG stuff, is truly I think some of these games should just add ARPG loot and gear and equipment systems. just from the perspective of I think it would give you more of a reason to play more and more. This kind of meta progression system is fine, but it doesn't excite long term. But I also recognize that gear and equipment systems make balancing difficult, and then also it's more stuff to juggle, and sometimes that can be work to do. But very much as a like solid alternative to Vampire Survivors or a lot of other bullet heavens that doesn't really ask too much of you, it's neat. I probably will just keep playing this every once in a while. I really like the Blood Maiden. I think they're a really cool character. I'll also play the other ones too. The Blood Maiden is just fun. Shadow Monk I remember being decent as well, if a little confusing. Anyway, I guess with all that said, I might as well mention that Keeper's Toll is available on Steam. I think it's damn cheap right now. Yeah, it's $4. So yeah, if you want a solid little bullet heaven that evokes a lot of the same feelings as Vampire Survivors, but does enough different to be worth playing on its own, give it a shot and give it a look. It's a good time. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about it. Apart from, yeah, I'll be back to this one probably in like half a year or another year. Just kind of whenever I feel like it. So for now, I guess, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.